Hello everyone, welcome back to another Captain Foley product review. I am of course Captain Foley. Wearing my Discovery shirt, my disco shirt. Got this from EB Games in the mall. I gotta admit I love it, although does this really work? Not so much. I mean, what would the Enterprise ones be? Enter? Anyway, cool looking shirt, I don't mind it. A lot of people don't understand what it means. They think I'm, from the 70s, so I love disco. No I don't. But anyway, today we are going to be looking at the USS Shenzhou from Discovery. There you go. There's the tie-in. This one is the Eaglemoss ship, of course. Eaglemoss makes some great models, and I've already done one on the Discovery itself. But as I said in that one, once you have a ship in your hands, you get to turn it around, you get a real 3D view and feel for it. Sometimes you appreciate it more, sometimes you appreciate it a lot less. So with that being said, let's just take a look at this one. Here we go. Here's the outside of the box. Very cool. I love these boxes from Eaglemoss. These ones are nice. The regular models are a bit blah and plain, but these ones, the larger kits larger models are very nice. So you have the USS Shenzhou NCC 1227. Discovery official Starship Collection, and the UFP symbol from Discovery, which is a very cool UFP symbol. I really like it. On the side of the box, you got the Discovery there, which creeps around to this side as well. So Star Trek Discovery. There, if you want to display the box, either with the model in it or without, depending on how much room you have, you can at least see the model there, which I really love as well. You stack this on top of the Discovery one, and you can see them on the top of your shelf or whatever, which is really cool. So I really like this box design. Star Trek Discovery, and then huge Star Trek Discovery official Starships collection there. And then on the bottom is just the Eaglemoss information and whatnot. So anyway, let's get into this thing. And like I said, with the Discovery one, once I had the Discovery in my hand, I'm not a super huge fan of the design anyway. Once I had it in my hand, though, I kind of lost the little appreciation I had for it, actually holding the model. Nothing against the model. If you're a fan of Discovery, by all means get the model because it's fantastic. But don't, like I saw more flaws with it holding the physical model. So first things first, we'll just look at the base. Standard Eaglemoss base. It's the black base with the little clear forks for putting the ship on. On the bottom, it's got the USS Shenzhou NCC 1227, and then the number 9450 AA. Not quite sure what those mean exactly, whether they're just production run numbers or whatever, but there you have it. And here's the actual ship, the model itself. This thing, I have to admit, is a bit of a work of art. I absolutely love this Walker class design. In the show, I thought it looked nice, but I really thought that it didn't have that pre-TOS vibe. I still feel that way. This is very much, I would say, post-Nemesis, and a lot of people get sick of me for saying that kind of stuff, but it's basically the fact. This would fit perfectly into a post-Nemesis environment. You look at those nacelles. Really nice, but a little too advanced for me. The addition of the double-pronged deflector at the front is, of course, a nice tie into Columbia from Enterprise, so that's fine. The markings on it, I do find it odd that they're on the side, but with the design the way it is, it makes sense. It's something that's hard for me to get used to. But, of course, the bridge on the bottom there, which is neat if it's like a planetary survey vessel, because I love the view of the planet when you're in orbit. That's kind of cool. But this kind of broke the rules as far as the Starship design rules that have kind of been laid out with the bridge on top. That's one of the 4 Starship design rules in Star Trek. We've actually done an episode on that for Trekyards. The bridge should be on top. A lot of people say it's a weak spot. It's a weak spot there too. Doesn't matter. I mean, the Federation class Dreadnought from the Franz Josef manual, the main bridge is in the center of the saucer, which might make a little more sense to some people. But anyway, the model's very cool. The markings are very nice. The The windows on this one are actually pretty spot on, which is odd for a Eaglemoss model. The nacelles, this one closest to me tips up a little bit in comparison to the other one. You can't really see it on camera there. So the nacelles are a little uneven. Could probably be fixed, but I don't want to snap it. Best thing to do is probably heat it up with a heating gun or even a hair dryer and just let it get a little warm and then bend it a little bit and hold it while it cools. That'll work. But I mean, it's great. It's a cool design. You got the registry down there on the bottom, in the middle part. Shuttle bay at the back. And there's some really cool angles of this thing, like, you know, like when it's coming at you like that. And you know, this ship looks really great from a lot of angles. John Eves did a fantastic job with this. Now, one of my favorite ships from Discovery so far has been the USS Gagarin, which essentially is this ship just upside down with the nacelles on top. I mean, and that works better for me. I like this a lot better. I hope they make a Gagarin for Eaglemoss. Keep the bridge on top, and just, I think that looks really cool, that design. But this is one of those models that I enjoyed the ship in the show. However, the Shenzhou. Anyway, I enjoyed it in the show, but I think I appreciate it more having held the model. And I just noticed here, if I hold it up to the light, these little, there's like a red translucent glow through there, which you can't see here because I don't have a light source behind me. But they do glow red along there, which is neat. Should probably be blue in my opinion. That's just my opinion though. So, but overall, fantastic model. There's some, feels like there's some metal parts. But then also some clearly plastic parts. And it's got a good weight to it. It's not as heavy as it looks. So there's a lot more plastic than there is anything else. But that being said, I'm really impressed with the markings on this one. The windows seem to all be in the right place. Everything looks good. The orientation, the lining up of everything looks fantastic. So yeah, no real complaints about the model as a whole. So I think Eaglemoss hit this one out of the park, and I'm glad they included this one as one of their first Discovery ships. Obviously, it was the first Discovery ship we saw, essentially. Looking forward to more of the Discovery ships, to be honest. Not a huge fan of a lot of them, especially the Klingon designs, but again, like I said, once you hold the ship in your hand, you have a physical representation of it. You can move it in 3D as you want. Not having to rely on what you see on screen. It's a lot easier to get appreciation for something, or to lose appreciation for something. So Shenzhou is a pretty fantastic ship, and the Eaglemoss model definitely represents that well. If you are a fan of Discovery or a fan of the Shenzhou, I highly recommend picking this ship up. That nacelle is just a little thing, could just be from the way it was packaged. I've had it out before to look at it. Ooh, I just heard a snap. It's fine, not broken. So that's a little bit of an issue for me, because I do, as a model builder, I love my nacelles to be straight. I love them to be in line with the saucer. And that's got a slight tilt that way. Just could be this nacelle pylon. Again, you heat that up, maybe twist it just slightly and hold it while it cools. Will rectify things like that. It's coming from a model builder, guys, so trust me. But don't break them. Don't use excessive force. I don't want you breaking your Eaglemoss models because I said it might be a good idea to try to fix it. Anyway, fantastic model. We're going to take a look at it on the stand right now and call this video a wrap. Alright guys, so here she is on the stand. She fits nice and securely into the slots there. It's a very sturdy construction and hold. And looks really good from many angles, this thing. Let's turn her around here. This can be displayed fairly well from almost any way. Again, if it's up higher, because it's a thinner ship, you might not get as much of an appreciation for it. If you put it on a lower surface, you'll definitely be able to get a better appreciation for some of the really fantastic angles on this thing. But definitely worth picking up if you're a fan of Discovery or just the Shenzhou in particular. Awesome model. It's a good size. Again, these Discovery models from Eaglemoss have been fantastic as far as size goes, and just detail overall. Quality is fantastic. Again, like I said, the windows on this one line up nice. The markings all look very good. It's refreshing to see, because I've seen a lot of Eaglemoss ships where there's issues with that. So, and the detail on those deflectors is, that deflector thing is cool. I love the way they integrated the spikes to make them more sturdy so they don't break off. Awesome idea. So overall, just a very cool ship. John Eves did a fantastic job designing this. Again, it's a little too modern for my liking for the era, but a lot of people will disagree with that, and that's fine. You see the detailing on the shuttle bay. It says Shenzhou. Goes along, narrowing nacelles. Beautiful ship overall, though. I just think it fits more into a post-Voyager, post-Nemesis aesthetic than it does pre-TOS. But again, just my opinion, but that's why you tune into these reviews, to hear my thoughts, so hopefully you don't mind that too much. Anyway, guys, so there you have it. A fantastic model, and again, perfect size if you're a collector and you want something big and substantial for your desk, and this is one of your favorite ships. This will be definitely worth getting. It's not as small as most of the Eaglemoss ships, and definitely has a presence when it's sitting on a desk. Like I said, a lower desk is better. You get a better angle of it, as is the case with most of these ships, to be honest. But I'll be doing reviews of other ships soon, so you guys can see that. So anyway, guys, there you have it. As always, please help us out on Patreon if you can. Head on over to Patreon/Trekyards, or click the link in the description below, or head on over to Trekyards.com to help us out as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my other channel, my Captain Foley personal channel, as there's lots of cool stuff over there. Bonus captain's logs with bloopers and alternate takes of things and stuff like that. So worth checking out if you're a fan of the channel and of me. I'd really appreciate that. So, and again, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been another Eaglemoss review. There will be more on the way, so stay tuned. Live long and prosper, guys. See you in the future.